I am Fordly here, and with me, as always, is Indy.
Indy.
Let's jump right into it. We'll do our intro while we set up the pieces. All right. Woo, 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 woo. All right, the score is tied. It is like 6-6 to 6-6 or something.
We're still tied up completely.
We're tied up after 2 months, as you can see on the board there. Tied up after 2 months. It's crazy. It's unexpected, but not wholly unexpected. Last week, I have to say I'm a little embarrassed about last week's thing.
What? I thought it was awesome. I don't think anybody watched it.
No, I know nobody watched it, luckily, but it is on the YouTube. But
I loved it.
when I think about it, I think about people watching it and be like, what the fuck is my damn fool cousin doing, or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Something like, okay.
Damn fool cousin.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Roasted Chessnuts, analog father-son chess team competition.
Our motto is we play with wood. Because it's analog. Anyway, yes. Sorry. Maybe you throw your intro off. But yeah, we're all tied up. Analog chess. We play old school. Whereas most people on Twitch, come on. They're playing on, what's it called? Mac.
A computer?
Chess.com. But, yeah. Here we do this, and we talk about movies and other things. Today we're going to be talking about, we're going to give you a lot of opportunities to know that we're going to talk a little bit about WandaVision later.
Oh, look, we got comments.
Boom. Oh, that's me.
Okay.
That's what I said. Here.
Yeah, today we're going to be talking about the film Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog!
And episodes 4 and 5 of WandaVision. Some pretty big spoilers in that.
Spoilers.
But not yet.
It's our spoiler alert screen. All right, look, we've changed up our framing a little bit. For those of you who've been tuning in for a long time, we've, it's a little bit of a balancing act here. Well, don't forget you got the bottom screen and the top screen to be thinking about here. Yeah. I only spent like a half an hour trying to figure it out this morning. No.
One of them's going to be askew either way, so either the top or the side view.
Hi, Maggie Freeman. Look, our number one fan, Maggie Freeman's on there. Hi, Maggie Freeman. Thank you for the comment. Maggie, I don't know. Well, first of all, Maggie Freeman, congratulations on your massive success with Firefly Lane. This is a show that highly supports the show Firefly Lane.
Yeah. Number 1 on Netflix right now.
Awesome show. Check it out. Stream it. Watch it. Watch the whole thing. Watch it again. Tell your friends. Make them watch it. Make them stream it.
Is there any chess in it?
There are games, and I'm trying to think about getting some chess into season 2 if I can have that kind of influence. But, with the Queen's Gambit, kind of has the chess market cornered on Netflix right now. Anyway, Maggie suggested after last week's thing that we don't maybe emphasize the overhead so much. As she put it, she wants to see the knights a little bit. Yeah. So I thought about it, tried to come up with some different angles. Right now, I don't know, do we have a flexible camera I can put on this? I'd like to show the fact that I have a stack of Indy's camera is going behind the scenes. It's a stack of Minecraft Legos, and if you think I should, I'll stream some Minecraft up a little more, a little more headroom.
Yeah, I think it was a little more. I don't want to be so centered. I want to be a little
more back.
A little less
back.
Less back. A little more curtain. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, should we start?
Yes.
Anyway, Maggie, this was your idea, basically, to just try something different with our board arrangement. And actually, this is, I have to say, this isn't so bad.
It's not so bad. I think the only problem is that we're on the wrong sides.
Are we?
Our windows.
Shit. Damn. I flubbed that up. We're not on the overhead. See the overhead?
Yeah. I think
the
overhead's on the wrong side, too.
No.
Sorry.
No, look, black is over on my side. See, the overhead's on the right side.
It's on your side, but your side should be on the other side.
Yeah. All right. Well,
it's fine for now.
We'll fix all that next week.
Yeah.
But here we go.
All All right, so we're going to be talking about the movie Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog.
We're going to be spoiling Ghost Dog and WandaVision.
Watch out for Ghost Dog spoilers.
We don't have a...
I'm trying to up the game a little bit.
No, I love it.
We're not using the chess clock.
Yeah, it's perfect. All right, good. Yeah, we don't really need a spoiler warning because it's
a 1999 film. It's outside the range. We're going to call into our buddy Sean Peterson, who knows a lot about Ghost Dog.
All right.
And who I first saw Ghost Dog with back in 99. All right. Start the game.
Let's start some Ghost Dog talk.
Ghost Dog, samurai movie. Contemporary kind of hitman situation.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker.
He had a very cool look.
Very cool look.
In the movie.
Very cool movie. Just the coolest movie.
Yeah.
The coolest movie. It's well known to have a score by the RZA, which really works. Really fits into the Wu-Tang style and, their whole thing. And not a particularly violent movie. There's some moments.
There's some blood. There's a lot of... people die pretty quickly from a torso shot in the movie.
It does shoot a lot of people in the torso. Yeah, I guess if you count all the people shot in the chest, it's pretty violent. All right, hold on.
It's not like heads exploding or big samurai sword slices.
No. It's quick executions with a little bit of kind of a realistic flavor, but who knows? Squibs and blood splurts.
A lot of squibs.
Yes.
A lot of good squid. We love
really good
squibs.
Solid squib work. 99, probably not a lot of digital enhancement on those squibs. Okay, my turn. Let's see here.
Something I thought was interesting. We've talked a bit in the past, probably not too much on the stream, but in private, about the mafia code and how it's mostly ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like playground rules, just solidified with some contracts and some more extreme punishments.
Yeah.
And there was definitely a lot of that in the mafia stuff in this movie. The mafia, they were portrayed, mostly as morons.
Yeah, it was almost like goofy Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, but they were kind of like buffoons.
They weren't goofy though in their world.
No, they weren't goofy.
They were hardcore badass people, and they were executing motherfuckers.
Right,
but
it wasn't like a farce.
Right,
it was like, but they were just portrayed as like, this is probably how these kind of guys are. They're not as cool as they think they are.
Yeah. A story comes together where Ghost Dog executes a guy on contract for this mafia family, and the mafia realizes... Is it me?
No.
I think it's you. The mafia realizes that, they didn't want that guy whacked, and for some reason Ghost Dog needs to get killed. So anyway, it's a whole back and forth where eventually they're after him, and he's after them, and...
Yeah.
It's much more about the style than the plot.
But I was going to say...
Yeah,
I feel like we've made fun of the mafia code a lot for being childish, and I feel like the samurai code, something we haven't talked about, but I feel like people kind of just have an underlying respect for the samurai code, and I feel like this movie kind of presented them as not that different.
Right.
The samurai code's a little bit more zen and about meditation and.
It was pretty absurd though.
Yeah.
It was an absurd code. Practically speaking, in any real way.
It's no way to live a life.
No.
But, that's the thing about the samurais, though. They were like, they were like the biggest badasses of all time, literally.
Right.
And you can't live a normal life if you want to be that.
Right. But that brings me to this Roger Ebert review that I read, which has Ghost Dog.
What?
Nothing. Just the way you're trying to slip these moves in while I'm distracted. This just trying to slip in this attack on my queen. Anyway, Roger Ebert was saying, and I've seen this movie a bunch of times, and we're about to call my friend Sean Peterson for our first ever call-in, who I saw it originally with. But I've seen it a bunch of times. It's always seemed like a kind of a hip hop meditation or something, with some executions. In a great way, in a very highly stylistic Jim Jarmusch way. And then Roger Ebert blew my mind. saying that like once he started to think of Ghost Dog as like an insane psychopath, he really got a lot more out of the movie and a lot more sense of Ghost Dog's pathos and his sadness, the depth of his like whatever his damage is, whatever his trauma is completely complete. And then I started thinking about the whole movie, basically, and they say this right out of the beginning, is a march towards death.
Yeah.
So he had some kind of traumatic incident that like basically made him not want to exist anymore, and this is like the long arc of him committing an insane, complicated, decade-long suicide. Or something. Anyway, what were you going to say? And then let's call Sean.
I was going to say... the movie Ghost Dog... talking about...
Hold on, Maggie's quote is... I guess if you count all the people shot in the chest, it's pretty violent.
It's not as violent as you'd think, though, as a samurai takes on the mafia movie might be.
I see what you've done. There's some great chess. There's a side character played by an actor who I've seen in other Jim Jarmusch movies that I don't know his name, but I wish I had jotted it down.
The ice cream guy?
Yeah, the ice cream guy.
Yeah, I've seen him.
And that's where they play chess. He's really something.
Yeah.
I'm afraid my neighbors have heard me talking about their trash can business because it seems like it's gotten so much worse lately. I don't know, it might just be the COVID blues. But I'm hearing nonstop trash can. Do you think they watch this Twitch?
No.
All right, I have a question for chess people. I'm starting to try to get into like the numbering, the C1 to D7 and all that. Now, one of the problems I have with a lot of chess information online is that everything is from the white side. Everything is from the white point of view. It's a problem in all of culture. But in this instance, it seems like the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, is that from the white side? So on my side, it's coming at me like 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think it would be. If it's
right.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you'd be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so it's for your side.
Well, if that's what you're saying, then yeah, then that'd be A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
For white.
Yeah.
And then for black.
No, I think it's H. I think the whole.
Oh, for both of us. Yeah. So H is H.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah. So also Ghost Dog reminded me a lot of an anime. It just felt like it could have been an anime. I'm not really an anime guy, but there was just a lot of elements. It felt like kind of an anime kind of storyline, even without the samurai stuff. It was like,
yeah,
he gets kind of accidentally caught up in this hit job gone wrong. It seemed like it didn't even go, like nothing about it was his fault.
Nope.
It's just these crazy mafia guys. They get offended in some weird way. And
right, and somebody has to pay. It's gonna be you or that guy.
Yeah. And that scene where he meets the RZA on the street.
Yes.
I mean, he looked like the most anime character I've ever seen.
I mean, I think people love that scene.
Yeah. No, that scene was awesome.
It was crazy. I mean, you thought some shit was going to go down.
I thought, maybe someone was going to, looked like a potential showdown.
All right, should we call Sean?
Yeah.
Hey, here he is on a text. Let's see. Okay, he's ready.
All right. Let me get some water.
All right.
Real quick, I'll be right back, everyone.
You give me some water, too?
Yes.
Oh, you got your own water already ready to go? Oh, go grab your water. Don't worry about it.
You guys live right now?
Yeah, we're live, baby. Welcome, Sean Peterson.
I'll send you the screen grab later, but I was just searching down sort of all the live Twitches looking for your guys' game, because I don't know the name of your handle.
Roasted Chessnuts. God damn it.
Oh, that's right. God. Yeah, I think they list these by how many people are watching. You know, like the first one has like 40,000 people watching their game. What are you guys at, do you think?
We got Maggie watching us right now. About it.
Yes. Oh man.
All right, we need more volume. How do I do
Oh,
this?
good. I don't want to hijack your high stakes game here to talk just about Firefly Lane, but you know that you're ignoring most of anything I text in our thread about Firefly Lane.
I'm not ignoring anything. I've got a lot. There's a lot of there's a lot going on.
God, keep in mind that last night at 2 a.m. I stopped at episode 7 so that I could be fresh to watch your episode.
Oh, baby, thank you. I've been there. I've also stopped at episode 7 so I could be fresh.
I'm too out of it, to really focus on it. It is amazing. I absolutely love it.
Yes, Firefly Lane. There it is. Another Firefly Lane person on the line.
Two of them.
What's that?
I can't find Roasted Chestnuts. Do you spell it without vowels or something?
With chess, Roasted Chess, CHESS.
Oh God,
Jesus
you gotta be
Christ.
kidding me.
Chestnuts.
I get it. I do get it. Oh, there we are. Boom. Now you got 2 viewers, hopefully.
Okay, good, perfect. Yeah, feel free to friend us and send
Like and subscribe.
What do they have, coins of some sort? Yes.
Money.
Give us the coins.
Oh, you know what? There's a delay too. I can hear you. I can hear us.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Turn that down.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
How's it going over there? You guys?
We're having a pretty average game here.
Yeah.
We're up against each other. It's going hard.
Whose turn is it?
It's yours, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think I moved my king up here.
Okay, yeah.
It's an unusual
I remember
move.
that. I recall.
All right, Peterson, listen. We're going to make a couple moves here, but I want you to recount as much as you can about the time we went and saw that screening of Ghost Dog in West Hollywood. First of all, when was the last time you saw Ghost Dog?
Oh, well, oh my gosh! Already you've schooled me on something here, because I would never have been able to tell you that we were in West Hollywood. We saw it, and that's probably the last time I saw it.
All right, we saw it in 1999 in West Hollywood with the premiere. You remember the screening with Jim Jarmusch?
Oh yes, well yes. Oh my gosh, and I remember seeing him the day, earlier.
Yes, that's the part of it. That's why you're on the phone right now.
Okay, so and here's the weird thing is that was not in some close proximity to the theater.
We were on Melrose Avenue, not too. Yeah, we were over by Fairfax High, and the theater. If I'm not mistaken,
where did we see the movie?
I think it was at the Pacific Design Center.
That's right, and that okay. So there's a bunch of layers to this. Okay, so was that? But that wasn't like in walking distance of the theater. It wasn't like he's like, hey man,
look,
I'm early to the screening. I'm gonna jump down to this store.
If you're a guy from New York and you're looking,
it was a wildly crazy coincidence that we ran into him.
No,
because it's so far from the theater.
He walked there. A, because he's a New Yorker, and New Yorkers always are like, I'm in LA. I'm not driving to this pipe shop down around the corner. I'm walking it. And so A, I guarantee you he walked. B, he was just wandering around trying to find a marijuana pipe.
Yes. All right, let's create some context for all the youngsters in the audience. So in 1999,
yeah,
marijuana was, there is a taboo.
Right.
People, when you would have a conversation in public and you'd be talking about it, when you got to the word weed, you would whisper that word.
Yes.
Even though the rest of the sentence was full volume. It was shady.
And go smoke a bowl of...
I would say in California, a little more ubiquitous, a little more less taboo.
Right.
For a New Yorker who, one, is out of his own comfort zone.
Yes. Who
probably just got a bag of marijuana from his friend, Daryl Hannah.
Right.
Who she will come back to the story later.
Yes.
But he realized he didn't have anything to smoke it with. So he's like, oh man, I got to go to a glass pipe shop. Somebody probably told him. Because also keep in mind, there's no Google Maps.
Right.
There's no.
Right. Right.
How do you find a store? And maybe it would be in a phone book, but he's also not in it, like in his local area. So he had to ask somebody where the store was and walk there, right? So all of these things are contributing to his paranoia, I'm sure.
Yes. Yes.
Now, my question is, now this is where I have a lapse in memory. Were we just walking past that store, or were you on your way to that store?
No, we were just... No, we were just walking past it. We were kind of on the slow, kind of like, oh, we got this screening to get to in like 2 hours, and we're on Melrose, so like let's just wander around a little bit.
Right. Oh yeah, you were buying some like Air Force Ones or something.
I
Right?
maybe. I doubt that, but something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So all right. So we're walking toward the shop. All I remember is because he's one of the most iconic looking people.
Right.
I think in the film world.
Yeah.
He comes out of that store and he's had that huge, fluffy pompadour of white hair for decades.
Yes, and it was at its maximum that day for some reason. It was the way the wind was working or something. It was fully white. It was bigger than ever, and he was wearing like a black trench coat, all New York style.
Yeah, because he comes flying out of there fast, like he just robbed the place. You know, and he's like, I'm getting out of here. Literally, I guarantee while he was at the register, he whispered the phrase under his breath, I gotta get out of here. And so because he's like, I can't be seen.
Right,
and
right.
So he flies out of there. And I think it's one of those classic moments where he's looking forward, and when he makes the turn on the sidewalk, his head is leading, not his eyes.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
So when his head turns with his eyes intact like a puppet, his eyes hit us once his body's turned toward us, and there's an abrupt stop. And we're in awe because what are the chances? You know, I think for us it's an anecdote that he's coming out of a weed shop. We're more captivated by getting to see Jim Jarmusch. For him, he's paranoid that he just came out of a weed shop and got caught.
All right, Peterson, wait a minute. Are you leaving out the part where you screamed his name? Because that's...
Oh, yeah. I guess I am.
That's the part I was waiting for you to... I mean, my biggest memory of that moment is him furtively exiting that pipe shop, looking down Melrose in the direction away from us, and me not really even noticing him, and you going, Jim Jarmusch! Like from a half a block away or more.
Are you serious? That's what I did?
Yes! That is my main memory of this story, besides the Daryl Hannah thing. And so... Oh
my! So he turns around and faces us.
He turns around and faces us. Now, did we interact with him at that point?
Yeah, I know we did. I know he was like, "Hey guys,"
Oh.
you know. And I think we probably told him we're going to the screening. Oh, great! He brushed us off big time.
Right. I mean, probably very much. I mean, who knows what kind of how friendly he is or isn't, or how out of line we were in that moment. But I'm sure just
and also keep in mind, again, I can't stress how much the internet has changed the world. You know, how many people back then, even though I guess he's appeared in some of his films, how many people probably wouldn't know who he is?
I have to admit,
you would only have seen him maybe in a movie and seen him in like an indie film magazine or something.
Yeah, I have to admit, I had seen a couple of his movies, but did not realize that he had such a cool look until that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But without the internet, I just feel like less people know who. You know what I mean?
Like he could have most days he could have just slipped out of that place and like made the 1.5 mile trek back over to the Pacific Design Center and nobody would have noticed.
Right, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's not like he was Spike Lee, who's in like all these Nike commercials all the time. You know?
Yeah.
But I'm sure we approached him and oh my gosh, I may have. You're right. I did scream his name. Which is probably more of a New York moment for him than an LA moment.
Yes, it was very New York. Even the way you yelled it.
And so he scurried away, right?
Yeah, I feel like you did the talking. I can't remember the conversation. And then And then we messed around for a while. We were pretty happy with ourselves, and like that was pretty cool. And then what do you remember about getting to the screening?
Oh, well, I think that was the first time I'd been in the Pacific Design Center, so I remember it being a captivating building. But did we get into some sort of trouble getting in there?
I don't think so. Do you? Did we? No, I'm just jumping ahead to the.
I just remember going in there, and all of it was great because I had never seen Elvis Mitchell in real life again.
Oh yeah.
I heard him on NPR. He was interviewing Jarmusch. The screening was great, but I do remember. I don't remember if this was the end of the movie or I guess it was the end during the Q&A. Lingering in the back was Daryl Hannah, who is just. When you see her in real life, and bear in mind, this is 1999. This is 15 years past her Splash days.
Yeah.
You see her, and you're just shocked. She immediately is oozing movie starness, like magicalness.
Absolutely.
It's like, I get why this person is a movie star.
Yeah.
You just see them and you just know. You're just like, whoa. It's not just about her that she's a beautiful woman. It's that she just has this glowing magic about her that is, you're just like, holy cow, holy smokes. And I think she was wearing just kind of like a long trench coat thing back there.
She was.
And I always remember this quote about you. Because you know her brother and stuff, but I don't think you'd ever really met her, had you, at that point?
I don't think so. At some point or another, I'd been to maybe one other event where she was.
I mean, you could tell she was gazing on him. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way she always is, that kind of hippie, flowy thing. But I had this idea in my head that she was looking on that stage at Jim Jarmusch like, after this is over, he is taking me to his bedchamber. But
oh, God.
I will say this about her. You have this amazing quote about her. You said,
oh no,
she's probably the only person in the world that smells like that because someone has concocted some fragrance specifically for her. Which I was like, oh yeah, you're probably right. When you're that fancy, you get your own perfume.
Well, that's because my memory of walking into that theater, okay, you walk into the back of a theater a lot of times, say you're going in the center doors, you're looking down towards the screen, towards the stage, and there's a pathway in front of you, and there's a bunch of seats to your left and a bunch of seats to your right, people milling about, some people sitting down, some people, milling around. And the crowd, you and I walked in the back doors. The crowd starts to separate, and Daryl Hannah is walking from the stage towards the back, right towards us. And I don't know if I'm making this part up now, but I feel like it seemed like her eyes were locked on us as she was heading in that overcoat towards us. And then as she approached us, it felt like she was still looking right at us, and then she walked right past us and out the door. You're like right past us, and that's how we smelled her. And you remember that at all?
Yeah, I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do. I get that memory mixed up with the time I was at Kim's Video in the East Village, and I was at the counter with the two guys that, classic record store scenario, the video store guys, movie snobs, jerks. I was asking them about a movie, and they were brushing me off because I didn't know enough about the first assistant cameraman or whatever in that movie because they were so locked in. And all of a sudden I saw the presence, and I turned around, and here comes Chloe Savini walking straight towards that counter, and she locks eyes with me, and I'm just standing at this counter, and she just I don't know, domestic me or whatever, won't stop looking at me, walking. Long, this is a long building. Long walk. And then gets to the counter, continues to look at me and just sidesteps me.
I mean, is that just a game that they play because they know it can destroy a fanboy's mind or something?
I guess so, yes. Or even like the John Malkovich staring.
Oh my God! You've got to tell this John Malkovich story. Then we got to go. Cause
I know you guys have to go. Whatever. I got to go to the set of Being John Malkovich, and I'm such a huge fan. And I was eating there. I was eating in the tent, and he comes into the tent, sits with the makeup ladies. They're chatting and ignoring him, And then he sees me, and he's 2 tables away. He locks eyes with me and starts staring at me with a John Malkovich stare down, like out of his craziest character out of any movie he's in. And I'm terrified. So I look down. I look up. He's still staring. I look down, and I say, I'm going to count to 45. And then you can look up. So I stare at my food for 45 seconds. And then I look up, and he's still staring at me. Just screwing with me, obviously. And then I'm like, okay, oh my God. All right, count to 180. I counted to 180, and he's still staring me down. Because he's bored at lunchtime, you know? And when I looked up after that time, he really screwing with me because he has one of those murder looks on me.
What?
Yes, he's just like, because he knows that I'm freaking out. You know, the 80 seconds that I'm counting, I'm squirming.
Dude, that is child's play for him. What? I was just going to say 180 seconds, that's nothing for him. The longer you go, the more he likes it.
Yes. And then I think I finally just got up and got out of there.
Yes.
I couldn't take the heat. I couldn't take the heat. Because a college friend of mine was the assistant location man on that movie, so he got me. You guys,
it's a great story.
Who's winning the chess game?
There's no winning.
Dude, we are like tied up right now. We're just where we always are. It's like even.
We might actually have the exact pieces.
Yeah, it's pretty even, Steven. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. We're always even.
Guys, just share DNA.
Yeah.
You sort of know what the other's next move is.
Something like that.
What can you guys do to hype? Is there a way you could have a little boombox in the background with really intense music?
We need music, Peterson. Peterson, we need some of those friends up there in the what's your part of town called? I'm blanking on his
Topanga.
Hippie Land. God, yes, I wanted to say Toluca. Topanga. We need some of your Topanga friends to get us a little. We need some theme music on this mother.
I know, man. You not just as opening theme, but it needs to be scored. Like throughout, it needs like some intense.
Yes, I did notice a lot of the chess people on Twitch have like some kind of beats going, something that represents their vibe.
Okay. Well, you know, Ford, you and I, when we were kids, would make home movies on VHS. Connor was innovative. He literally would buy soundtracks on audio cassette, and he had a portable cassette player that he would hold next to the video camera.
That is brilliant.
And so you would act the scenes out, but it would have score playing at the same time.
God, that guy, he was ahead of his time all over the place.
All right, I know I got it. I know when my welcome.
No, look, I don't mind a Connor Ratliff crossover. Let's recommend Dead Eyes to everybody right now.
Oh yeah, all of you. So all of you out there, I want to say also to you.
It's Maggie. Basically, this is the longest, most roundabout way you've ever been able to like kind of tell a story to Maggie.
That's true.
She's the only person listening.
Most of you are listening. She might be cleaning dishes, but I also want to plug Dead Eyes. But more importantly, I want to plug Firefly Lane. You guys, that show is unbelievable, and I hope. If nobody's done it yet, I'm going on Spotify and creating a playlist for Firefly Lane. The music in that thing, my God! It is a
fun. It is fun. Yeah, check out. Somebody might have beat you to it on Spotify. I think it's it's kind of a hot little moment on Spotify.
It is a hot show. All the characters are incredible. It's so compelling. There's so many turns in it. I'm loving it. Peterson,
thank you.
And you know what, Maggie and Ford, I have a little surprise for you because there's a certain actress in that show that was in one of my early music videos.
Oh, tell me.
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna have photographic evidence. You guys will freak out. She was very young back.
Wow.
Maybe one of her first jobs.
I'm freaking out already. All right, Peterson, listen. Thank you for being our first guest ever on this. It was really fun. We'll do it again. You're the best.
Love you guys. I'll watch this chess game. Good luck.
All right.
I'm gonna root Indy on this one.
Yeah. I'm rooting for him too, but there's only so much you can do.
All right, good luck, fellas.
All right, bye, Peterson.
All right, bye,
Awesome
John.
to you.
A little slap down.
All right.
All right.
Let's change the graphic, right?
Oh yeah, Sean Peterson is off the line.
Off the line with Sean Peterson.
Maggie, I was not giddy at all. I was just remembering. It was just a historical tale. Okay. I think it's you, baby. No?
No.
You got out of check?
Yep.
Sometimes that king, sometimes you think that king is just a soft little baby, a little Grogu that needs to be protected. But other times you realize this Grogu has the power.
Grogu has the Force.
Yes.
Snakes, I see.
Hey Peterson, if you're still listening on the Twitch, I heard I was listening to Manzukis talking Star Wars. First of all, that guy knows more about Star Wars than probably almost anybody except Connor. And he was talking with Paul Scheer about some Star Wars crap, and they talked about Connor a little bit and Deadeyes. I thought that was cool.
Fucked up.
Okay. What, am I attacking my own bishop? I hate when I do that.
Is that what happened?
No. Nope.
You took out some of my key pieces in a quick move.
I know, but I lost my focus for some reason there, mid-game.
Mm-hmm. For some reason.
And so now I'm struggling here. Oh, Lord. Good move.
Right.
I'm only laughing at that insult I threw at you at the end of that conversation. Just no reason.
What was the insult?
I'm rooting for him too, but there's not so much you can do. I've taught you everything, or whatever.
Sure,
We've played together. I won't even claim that I've taught you everything.
Yes.
Everything either of us knows. Czechoslovakia. Don't. Gotta let me do my sound effects. It's not over.
No. Far from over.
You're talking about how Daryl Hannah smelled?
Good. That.
Okay. It's an important topic, though.
Yes, yes. We all
God, I wish I knew more moves. This is a classic, rook, knight, bishop situation.
Yep. Or is it?
Oh! Damn! I literally was in a mode of, I've got nothing else to worry about.
Wow. Now we're back on the same level.
Shit! Yes.
No, wait, I can't do that.
No?
No, I can't.
Oh, yeah, of course. And I can't do that. It's a nightmare.
Can't do that.
Son of. Wow. This is insane. Looks like a draw. What?
Looks like a draw.
Wait, what?
Is that allowed?
I came in from the other side.
How did I let that happen?
I came in from the backside.
How did I let that happen, though? That's what I'm wondering.
That's what they all say. Okay.
What do we got?
Become famous. Buy followers, primes, and viewers.
All right. Looks like we have another fan.
Oh man, Zukas on season 2 of Firefly Lane. Ho ho! It's your turn.
I know.
All right, we're running into this problem that we run into every now and then, which is like, when do you call it?
I don't know.
This is like, insane.
I mean, it's basically, I don't know. Someone basically has to make a mistake for this to end.
Right.
Let's take a couple.
All right, I'm in. I'm willing to bet that I don't make the first big mistake.
I made a huge mistake.
I've made several huge mistakes. We've all made a lot of
Yeah,
mistakes
you're
to
right.
get to this point. Oh. This sucks. That's the way to bring in viewers.
Yes.
I mean, look, if we just both decide we're never going to move our kings, there's no way to get into check at this point. Yeah, but still, I'm just going to stay to this.
I bet I could check you with a bishop.
All right, let's try it.
Check you with a bishop. Check.
Insufficient material. Thank you, Val. It's a draw. It's a draw.
Draw?
Insufficient material. Val knows.
Is
The Federal International Chess Association.
that what it stands for? Is that what Val stands for?
No, FIDE. It is a draw.
All right, you're right.
I mean, look.
No, you're right. It was never gonna. I just want to see though if it
I'll
can.
go. You want to go five more? 5 more? I'll go 5 more.
I don't
All
want to
right,
bore the audience.
fair enough.
I just am interested to see what can happen.
Draw.
When it happens, but
Look, I'm down for some midweek chess with you. Look, snapshot, boom. We'll pick it up from here on our own and play out some stuff. Wait, is this our first draw? This is our first draw.
yeah.
All right. Thanks, Val. Thanks, Maggie Mags. Sorry about that, guys. We just got off the deep end there for a minute.
All right. Well, we talked about Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog. Any last things about Ghost Dog? We loved it. We recommend it.
Yeah, I recommend it.
It might be deeper even than it seems. Like I watched that movie a bunch of times in the last 20 years and never quite realized that maybe he's complete. I mean, obviously he's insane, but I just kind of always saw the movie takes place in this fantasy version of the world, and it wasn't like the real world.
No.
It was some other parallel universe, where that kind of shit goes down. But I like almost the idea to try to like see with the way he like kisses towards the tombstones when he passes the graveyard, and to like that picture of that woman on the wall at the beginning, very mysterious. Something about his love for the birds, and I don't know. I just thought I like the idea that something has made him go insane, some traumatic event or some. I mean, maybe it was that beating up when we see him in the flashbacks, but it seems like something else happened.
Yeah.
With the graveyard and the woman on the wall. But those could just be like stylistic embellishments.
Well, it's interesting with the flashback too, because it seemed like there were a couple different. It seemed like it happened slightly differently every time you flashback to it.
Yes, like at one point the dude had the gun on the kid. Another point he was pointing it at the monster guy. Yeah, that was interesting. I say check out any Jarmusch you can. Dead Man, Night on Earth, Coffee and Cigarettes. Maybe avoid that most recent zombie one. Look, whatever, it was fine, but like there's another one after Dead Man and after Ghost Dog. I should be better prepared for this. All right, well, round 2.
Round 2.
Boom.
I guess now we talk about WandaVision.
I mean, do we
put up the?
Oh yeah, WandaVision. We're gonna talk about some WandaVision here. Spoilers. Look at this. We're gonna talk some WandaVision, so watch out.
Yeah, we'll be spoiling all of the episodes, especially the one that aired yesterday.
Oh wait, one more thing. Maggie felt like there weren't enough ghosts or dogs. There were almost enough dogs. There was a sweet pit bull.
Dog, yeah.
Kept showing up in the movie. Very cute. Actually, that might have been 2 different dogs. Did you notice it was almost pregnant in that second shot?
It looked pregnant in both shots.
Oh, okay.
But they kept calling it he.
I thought it looked like a he in the first time he came across it.
Also, there were ghosts in every shot. You just couldn't see them.
Well, his name is Ghost Dog. Ghosts in every shot.
You just couldn't see them.
I see what you're saying.
Because they're ghosts.
Yeah. I mean, do we want to talk about WandaVision for 2 games? Or the last game we don't really talk that much? Okay.
Yeah.
So, wow. Okay, I mean, look, I'm just going to, once again, spoilers on WandaVision. We'll take this up and put it down a few times because it does block the game.
Yeah, let's leave it up. think it'll be fine.
Okay. I don't even know what to say about it. The show, first of all, as if you're a WandaVision watcher, obviously the first 3 episodes were highly committed to a very unique concept. And then we busted, last night we watched episodes 4 and 5. We busted into episode 4, and was it the end of episode 3 she gets sucked out?
Yeah.
And lands and the helicopters all come?
That was the first hint of anything outside the TV show.
Not exactly, because there was the helicopter.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
And then, and then there was that weird shit that was going on in in the Randy Oglesby episode, which props and shout out to Randy Oglesby, good friend of this Twitch, who played the doctor who delivered the babies, delivered Wanda's babies.
He didn't deliver the babies.
He didn't deliver the babies?
I think what's her name delivered the babies.
Uh-huh.
And then he was supposed to deliver the babies.
Right.
Ooh.
I have a chess question for Val89. Is it generally better to do a queen side castle than a king side castle because you get more real estate for your rook? Your rook gets propelled 1 square further towards the center. I was looking at this during the week thinking to myself, shit! Yeah. Is that game? I think it is. Oh, is it? No, it's not. Or is it? Dude, you forced me into it. That was an evacuation move. Not like my normal evacuation moves. That was, right now in the back of my mind, that RZA soundtrack is playing from Ghost Dog. I wish I could put it up here.
I guess that's the end of our WandaVision discussion. Good game.
Wait. Is this
It's
even
over.
possible?
It's done. You did it. You won. You won the game.
All right. I don't want to draw out this moment. All right. Fordly, game 2. Okay, here's the update. We're gonna talk WandaVision for a few minutes, then we're gonna get into the timed round. We can afford it. We can afford a little time on WandaVision. WandaVision deserves it. But also, here's our updated scores. Can't see shit. Look at that. That looks so stupid. Anyway, look.
Look me.
Look, ... Fill in the blank.
Yeah. WandaVision.
Anyway, look, what can you say about it besides holy shit?
I think episodes 4 and 5 got to, I think, probably what episode 2 should have been.
Maybe. This is the biggest question of WandaVision, which I am on the fence about, and I meant to really meditate on it last night and this morning. But, is it okay for them to have put us through that for 3 episodes? I don't know.
It just, I guess we don't know yet, but it feels like there needs to be a point for 3 episodes of that.
Right. It has to be more than... Look, here's the massive spoiler for me. Okay. We're about to drop stuff.
Yeah.
The massive spoiler for me, and I was pretty proud that I felt like I was at least a half a step ahead as things were being revealed. But, the bottom line is, it's all Wanda, as what's-her-name puts it.
Well, I guess there are theories about Catherine Hahn's character being the actual secret mastermind.
Oh!
And even possibly controlling Wanda to think that she's
doing this inexplicably. She's an agent of Thanos on some level?
No, she's just, she's just evil.
Agent of Loki?
I don't know.
Loki himself?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Dude, the bottom line is you can get the most enjoyment out of those, and I'm just going to tell you right now, if you haven't seen the 4 and 5, you should not be watching this right now.
Yeah.
But B, you unfortunately need to go back and watch all the Avengers movies and all the X-Men movies if you want to get as much as can be gotten.
Yes. If you want to get as much as can be gotten. Look, first, who hasn't? If you're watching WandaVision, you've probably seen all the Avengers movies. And you've probably seen the good X-Men movies.
I had not until quarantine had I seen all of the Avenger movies or all the X-Men movies. I went through them all during quarantine. It was very satisfying and fun. And I am now up to date. And WandaVision comes in with this insane shit that you can barely conceive of, even if you have seen all of the fucking... Anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, we just watched all the X-Men movies. That was our first topic. That was our first movie discussion thread on this podcast.
Because we try to do movies that tie in with chess.
Yep, and those movies mostly have a lot of chess in them.
A lot of chess in them.
Although I'd say we mostly failed, it's hard to talk about 7 X-Men movies at once.
Right. We watched them all in like 2 weeks, and it was like, holy shit. But great, worthwhile, man. I mean, there are ups and downs. There are some bad ones. I mean, there's only one that I really didn't like.
I think there's only one that I really hate.
We're talking about X-Men movies right now. Yeah.
And you're talking about X-Men Origins Wolverine, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I've only seen it maybe I've seen it twice now, actually. I mean, what can you say?
I mean, even the worst ones have some, plenty of redeeming qualities, but that one...
Yeah. So, anyway, though, and then the Avengers, we all know, they're mostly okay. There's some rough ones. There's some better ones. I say, if you're just going to watch a little bit of Avengers, definitely don't miss Guardians of the Galaxy. Definitely don't miss Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Don't miss Iron Man 1.
Well.
Don't miss...
Don't miss any of the Iron Man movies.
Yeah.
I think you skip Iron Man 2.
But, like, the more you watch, kind of, each one has... The first couple Iron Mans don't really relate as much to the whole Avengers arc, but by the time, Anyway, the point is,
if you've seen Avengers Age of Ultron, where Wanda and the Vision are both introduced for the first time, she has her twin brother, Quicksilver, who's played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, and he's fast. That's his thing.
Very fast. Flashlight fast.
And anyway, he dies at the end of that movie. He gets riddled with bullets.
Okay.
And it's sad. And then he's not really brought up. But then we also have the better version of Quicksilver in the X-Men movies.
Same character,
but different character.
But like, there's some rights issues between Marvel and X-Men.
I looked into it last night. It was something like Fox mostly had the rights to Wanda and her brother. But then there was a deal they struck where Marvel could use Quicksilver in one movie only.
Wow.
And that's why he died in that movie.
Okay.
And then I guess Fox couldn't use Wanda in any movie.
Okay.
Or something.
And he's the son of Magneto. And who is the woman he lives with in the X-Men movies, like his mom?
That's his mom.
And is that also Wanda's mom?
I mean, supposedly, Wanda's not really in the X-Men movies.
Uh-huh.
There's a scene where you see him holding a little girl who's probably his sister, who's wearing red, but they're supposed to be twins, I think.
Yeah,
so.
I thought they were twins.
He doesn't seem to have a twin sister in the X-Men movies.
Right.
Anyway, Wanda's upset about her brother still, I guess, and she's talking about it the whole episode. They've got those creepy kids.
Yeah.
And she tells them she had a brother, and it seems pretty clear that he's going to show up in some capacity by the end of the episode.
I thought so, for sure, yeah.
And I did have this spoiled for me beforehand.
He had it spoiled and this is probably why Indy sent me a text in the middle of the night last night that was like, hey, can we put a spoiler warning up when we're talking about WandaVision? But I think, I forget what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, the spoiler that Indy got was on a goddamn thumbnail.
Screen rant thumbnail.
The thumbnail on the YouTube, which is not fair.
It's not fair.
Anyway,
so the X-Men character shows up as her brother. And
awesome 80s sitcom style, by the way.
Yeah, they did that. I was expecting a bit of a whoa from the studio.
I think they did that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know how they do that when...
Yeah. No, they were psyched, and it was like that other character who shows up once a season showed up, and everybody was psyched.
It's whatever. I mean, what does it mean?
It reminded me of Nick on Family Ties, if anybody goes back that far. When Nick would show up and everybody would lose their stuff. Anyway, what does it mean?
Is he the same exact character? Is he going to have the same...
Why is he there? How is he there?
Like, I remember fighting Apocalypse and what was her name? Margaret from the last X-Men movie.
Margaret?
Jessica Chastain. You remember fighting Margaret?
I don't know.
I remember breaking into the Pentagon with Wolverine.
Yeah.
And rescuing Magneto.
I feel like it is the same guy, obviously.
I mean, it's the same character. It's the same actor playing the same character.
So he's gonna remember.
You know, it's funny, too, because those X-Men movies have that decade-hopping thing, which is weird.
Yeah.
This first one's the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, which WandaVision is kind of doing in its own way.
And Firefly Lane.
Well, yeah, but it's not nonsense in Firefly Lane.
Right.
Like, in the X-Men movies, they're all, like, they stay in their 30s. They're in their, like, Nicholas Hoult, he's in his late 20s in the 60s, and then by the time you get to the 90s, he's in his mid-30s.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel like they do the best they can with that, or they don't do as they could do better
at all? But I feel like within the WandaVision verse, where they're also doing that in a slightly different way, they could somehow explain some of that away. Where he's like, he was born in the 60s or whatever, and fighting with Wolverine in the 70s.
And you seem to think that neighbor's not random. So all these people, all these characters are not necessarily random slaves.
No, I think they are. I think
the neighbors and
Catherine
the mailman.
Hahn's character seems like she's a little bit more to her. Like, she knows. I guess she's based on some kind of witch thing in the comic book.
Okay.
But.
All right, so we're going to talk a little more about WandaVision, but maybe not as much about the spoiler stuff. So should we start this round?
Well, all right, wait. Let's see.
Okay. Yep.
I mean, so what? Are the X-Men like?
Well, why aren't they showing up to do something about this? If the X-Men and the Avengers are in this world,
but what is the X-Men? I guess maybe we'll have some answers next week.
Yeah.
Is he the X-Men? Are there mutants yet? Because
I mean, that is a massive crossover. If they're about to open the gates, open the floodgates, X-Men and Marvel.
X-Marvel?
Yeah. Which I feel like the floodgates have always been just a little bit open.
Yeah.
Is that, like, I used to think X-Men were Marvel.
Well, they are Marvel characters, but
But they're a different universe?
Well, it was like in the 90s, Marvel sold off all the most popular characters.
Okay.
And they weren't allowed to be. They sold the X-Men to Fox.
I see. And Spider-Man to Sony. I see.
They sold the Hulk to Universal or something.
Interesting.
And then so they started their universe on characters that were like the afterthoughts.
That's why Iron Man.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Fantastic Four were gone at Fox too,
Meanwhile, Warner sits on DC the whole time. They've got the whole thing in-house, and they didn't do jack shit with it. They keep kicking out these Batman movies, and Marvel made a mistake by splintering off all of their rights, and yet created a vision.
Yeah. But if they had all that to work with right off the bat, it might not have worked.
Right.
It might have been too much.
Right.
Throwing in Spider-Man and the X-Men.
Right.
Along with all that.
God, circumstance, sometimes when you're kind of on the ropes.
Yeah.
Sort of like that previous round of chess we played, where I was on the defensive move, slid that bishop right down, and won the game. You just never know. You think you're on the ropes. Well, I'm just tying it all in. Anyway,
so if they bring in the X-Men, are they gonna recast? Are Fassbender and McAvoy gonna keep going?
I hope so.
I mean, in a way, I hope so. I don't know. I don't know if I'm liking James McAvoy as the older Charles Xavier. Like, I thought he worked really well as young Charles, and now that he's getting closer to older Charles,
right?
He doesn't have that energy. I don't think he's gonna be there for a long time.
He's confronting that literally age-old problem of trying to fill Patrick Stewart's shoes.
Well, also what didn't work was that the original X-Men movies were set in the early 2000s, and with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. But by the time you get to Dark Phoenix, it's set in the 90s, and it's McAvoy and...
See, this is the problem with the X-Men.
And Fassbender. So you got 10 years... In 10 years, James McAvoy is supposed to look like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is the X-Men are always jumping around in this, 20-year period. Instead of, at least the Avengers are look, we're in World War II, or kind of current day. But,
That's the thing I'm saying about bringing... You can't just fold in the existing X-Men universe. You can't just fold it right in, because it doesn't make sense. the continuity is too loose.
Well, that's one of the things that we've probably talked about on here before. I feel like works about the X-Men /Avengers the Marvel /Avengers universe is that they
pretty tight.
That they let it go. I think you can't. The only reason they were able to bring it all together and land the whole Thanos storyline is because they let a little like Ant-Man here and a little Doctor Strange there be a little looser, and they weren't so like, well, we did this in the Ang Lee Hulk.
It was looser, but it didn't contradict anything that happened in any other movies. With the X-Men movies, there's a lot of just straight up contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait, in the last movie, the opposite thing.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know.
Well, it reminds me of
anyway, the X-Men movies don't make enough sense as a franchise to fold into these Marvel movies that mostly make plenty of sense. And it's this intricate web that they've really tied together well.
It is
just throw this giant mess on top of it.
Right. Or can you? I mean, if you refresh things, that was one of the interesting things about that Mantzoukas Paul Scheer thing was they were talking about like Star Wars canon as it exists, and it's almost like the old because they're talking about Grand Admiral Thrawn a lot.
Yeah,
and it's almost like the old canon isn't gone.
No,
like the old Thrawn stories, they're still there.
Yeah,
and people actually draw off them for new projects. So like. It's all messy until the new thing that you're making and putting in front of people right now. If you can draw on the stuff,
that's what I'm saying.
You
can't
and
just
make it
fold
work.
It all in. You have to pick and choose what works and what's going to fit in. You can't fold in like the, whatever Wolverine goes to Japan storyline into the same universe as.
I guess. Right. I see what you're saying, but like when they reset the like now that Infinity War is over and all that. Is what was the last one called? Endgame. Are they going to like reset? Like it's the origin story of all these characters, or is it like we're gonna kind of recast everything, but we're picking up from post Thanos?
Well, I guess I think they're picking up post Thanos because there was that Spider-Man movie after Endgame, which was followed up. The world was pretty much back to normal with a lot of people confused and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I guess there's a big storyline, a big comic book storyline where at the end of it, Wanda, I guess her abilities in the comic books, I've never understood what her powers are, but...
All right, we're about to play it, by the way.
Yeah, give us 2 more minutes. I guess she does some kind of spell. She says no more mutants. That wipes out all the mutants in the world. And people are theorizing she's going to do the opposite of that at the end of...
Only mutants?
Just a bunch of mutants.
I like that.
And then a bunch of mutants are going to show up.
If you eliminate all the humans from the equation, those mutants, they think that's what they want. But then they're going to have to contend with themselves. And the power dynamics.
I don't think
people are going to try to be more powerful. Mutants are
going to get rid of all the humans. Saying she's just going to create all the mutants.
Look, those mutants need to look inside.
And whatever the X-Men universe is, it's going to be completely different folded into Marvel because a big thing in those early X-Men movies and the later ones was like kid's born a mutant and society hates him and he hates himself and he wants to kill himself or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like in the Marvel movies, if you were born a mutant, it would be like, oh, so you're like Spider-Man. That's awesome. Or something, or
right.
you're like the Hulk. Great, you're like one of these superheroes that we all love.
Right.
I don't feel like the discrimination would make any kind of sense.
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently they're folding in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies to the next Spider-Man movies. So I guess it's all coming back. They're bringing back the early 2000s superhero.
How long do you think it is before Darth Vader shows up?
I know, right? 5 years?
Yeah.
People were saying, apparently, Scarlett Johansson, what's her name? Elizabeth Olsen. Somebody asked her if there was a Luke Skywalker level cameo at the end of this. Because at the end of The Mandalorian.
Oh, Mandalorian spoilers? All right.
Yeah, well,
damn it.
It's been months.
Has it been?
It's been a month or 2.
Okay.
Anyway, people are saying, what if it was just Luke Skywalker? Shows up at the end. That's the Luke Skywalker level cameo.
Whoa. I
mean, it must have been... What's his name? That would have been it, right?
What?
Evan Peters as Quicksilver. That was the big cameo.
Yeah.
Right? It's not going to be a bigger cameo than that.
I mean, it could be Wolverine or something, or the Magneto, or whatever. Or it could be fucking Tony Stark.
Yeah, I hope it's not.
It could be anybody. Thanos could knock on the door.
I don't think anything would be as surprising.
Thor?
Unless it was Batman, you know?
Ah.
I don't think anything would be as surprising as Quicksilver.
Neo.
Because then it's like, whoa, the X-Men movies. But then Magneto shows up, you're going to be like, oh, Magneto. But it's not the same shock of...
Right. By the way, I just want to just go totally off topic to recommend something to anybody who's not watching right now. To all the people not watching. There's the Gunslinger series, the Dark Tower series, Stephen King. Once you get about 8 books into that, it starts to get interesting. No, you get like literally half a dozen, 10 books into it, and the universes start really coming together.
Yeah.
Like, there is some shit where, like, Harry Potter and Luke Skywalker are battling it out, and there's lightsabers in the Marvel. That Gunslinger, no. Too much.
That's great.
16 books or something. It's awesome.
In my Marvel movies.
No. It's amazing how they bring it all together. I mean, Stephen King himself, like, kind of shows up in the middle of all, not to spoil the Dark Tower, but you should watch the Dark Tower. Read.
Don't watch the Dark Tower.
Well, I can't even say don't watch it because for better or for worse, I've actually never seen it.
No, I haven't seen it
the
either.
Idris Elba one.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I read a little bit of the Gunslinger, and it is just off in so many ways.
I was really looking forward to that for like decades. In fact, one night at Coachella, I saw who's the Imagine Entertainment guy? That's not Ron Howard. Brian Grazer. I saw Brian Grazer, and I went up to him and I was like, Brian Grazer, I've got so many great ideas for the Dark Tower movie. Like, we can do this, you can do this, I can do this, we can do this. Here's my card. Never heard from him.
I mean, Dark Tower isn't a movie. First of all, how can you fit any one of those books into one movie?
No, it was supposed to be a series of movies. It was going to be like a movie and then like 2 seasons on HBO and then another movie and then 2 seasons on HBO and then another movie.
Right.
And that's the only,
That sounds completely, I feel like you were maybe 5 years early on that because now that seems exactly like what they're going to do.
Right. I mean, it just, you need like some directors and you need that what's that guy, Paul Feige from Marvel. You need that level.
Kevin
Feige. You need that level of commitment to the, like, this is going to be a 15-year thing. So actors and directors and writers, like, let's all be on board here and, like, let's get these sound stages set up for this universe and, like, this is going to be an ongoing thing. Not like, let's try to do a big money hit and see how it goes and then, like, take it from there. Yeah. That is never going to work.
They need to HBO Max it. I mean, there's that...
Oh, dude, it would be so great for HBO Max right now.
There's that one we were going to watch with James McAvoy and Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes!
That seems to have the kind of production value you need in a Dark Tower.
Why have we not watched that?
I think there's too many good things to watch on TV. Remember 10 years ago when there were like 4 good shows to watch and you could just watch all of them?
Yeah.
You know?
And then all of a sudden, like, House of Cards came punching in and you're like, I'll watch that and Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Netflix, you know what they're doing? It's like, okay, wow, there's like 10 good shows a year now.
Yeah.
Now there's like 1,000.
1,000 great shows on Netflix, like Firefly Lane.
Yes.
But anything else about WandaVision? I mean, like, it's fucking interesting.
Yeah, I'm really liking where it's going. I think, dude, I mean, I don't see who... I feel like I am the... I said this to you, I think, in private, but the Venn diagram of people who love Marvel movies and have a working knowledge of sitcoms from the 50s and 60s. Right. I feel like I'm one of the few people in that Venn diagram. I feel like I'm one of the few people that fits in the show's target audience, and I still didn't... I liked it.
Yeah.
I laughed a lot more than you in those sitcom episodes.
Yeah.
But it wasn't... If it's not for me, then who is it for?
I mean, I think it's going to go down in history. I think historians are going to debate whether, you know, whether or not it's worth it to put the audience through those 3 episodes of just building up the world and the background of it.
I think it's not. I think if you're doing a thing, a movie or a TV show, you have to by the end of the first episode or the first act, something has to kick off.
I mean,
Like, okay, Breaking Bad.
yeah.
Familiar with it? Imagine if the first 3 episodes of Breaking Bad
Right.
were just Walt living his happy life.
I know, but Disney Marvel is saying we're in a unique position here where we can get them to sit down through a certain number of episodes, and they will do it. And
That's true.
and if you can do that from an artistic point of view, in the same way that they used to put a big orchestral movement at the beginning of a movie and make you sit through it for 15 minutes just to kind of clear your palate, is it okay to clear your palate in this way? To kind of set you almost inside of Wanda's psychosis or her grief or whatever it is that she's going through here. And that sets the table in an unprecedented way, to an unprecedented level. I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary. I mean, it feels like traditionally all you need is what we saw in episode 4.
Yeah.
Which is blending in the real world with the Wanda world. But like...
I mean, episode 4, it finally caught up to...
Going pure Wanda for 3 episodes, that's a lot. That was a lot. I don't know.
It wasn't a slog.
No.
It wasn't hard to get through.
Not at all.
It just felt... not pointless.
Didn't feel pointless. It was literally like watching TV Land.
Yeah.
It's like...
Exactly.
This is just on, and there are a couple things that are kind of superhero-y that are fun, or like Marvel inside-y stuff that are wink-wink. And there's that amazing performance by the Doctor. But otherwise, it's like, what the hell?
I have to say, I do really like the characters.
Yeah.
I think I hated them in all the movies. I thought they were the most boring people ever, and I was so not excited about a TV show starring them.
Yeah.
And I'm really liking them. And what I would like to see, I think, is at the end of this, for Wanda to go full villain. And I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think there's...
Well, she seems to have Thanos-level world-destroying powers.
I would love for her to just become a bad guy.
That'd be cool. Maybe that is what's happening. Maybe this sets up the whole next what the Avengers are up against, or whatever.
That'd be pretty cool. Well, she did have her comic book costume when she stepped out of the TV barrier. All right. I gotta pee before we
All right.
get to this chess game.
Let me see if I can fill the time in between. Fill the void. Yeah, that was some intense TV. I don't know. Well, anyway, I guess next week. I don't know, Indy. Should we skip a week so we have 2 lined up? Yeah. Oh, next week Indy might be gone again. He might be back on quarantine because he's going camping or going to Arizona again. We gotta ask him how his trip to Arizona was. Maybe we can wrap up with that so we can get this chess game on. But yeah, there's so much to talk about with WandaVision. It's gone. And now, all that inside WandaVision stuff happened before Quicksilver showed up at the end. The kids, can we talk about the kids in WandaVision and just how fucking creepy they are? And that vision of Vision, potentially, as he actually is in the resurrected form. Oh God, it was just disturbing. It's intense. They've got the character from Thor in there. I don't remember her particularly, but I do remember there was a character in Thor that wasn't Natalie Portman.
Oh right,
but,
Kat Dennings
yeah.
from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
All right, here we go. We're dropping off this.
Dropping off the spoilers.
Just looking at all these real quick.
Taking a quick gander.
All right, down here, you will see there's a clock frame. And of course, the clock's up top. All right, Indy.
Yo.
When you tell me you are ready, I will hit the button.
I'm ready.
My chess question for this week has been, and continues to be, is it the opinion of chess maestros, check, that a queenside castle is stronger than a kingside castle?
Let us know.
Nice setup.
Hang it.
Oh, shit. That's a spicy play.
That's a spicy play.
Tie game once again. As of right now, after 2 months and 1 week of play, we are... Oh, wait. We're not tie. I'm up one.
Yep.
All right. Never mind.
Check.
Damn! Damn! I mean, I could have moved out of that check, obviously, but I thought it was a better to... I thought it was a better...
This wasn't better.
Oh!
Oh!
That doesn't work at all.
Doesn't quite work.
I got real heavy-handed with that, and now I must back off. Find another place.
Too heavy-handed with that metaphor?
Yes. Damn! Yo! Now I'm just picking off pieces. My plan's gone out the window. Oh, no.
Losing it.
Oh, I am losing it. I'm losing it. I'm losing it bad. Shit. Even in the frame? I can't be like... I guess I'm in the other frame at that point. Not quite. What are you laughing about? make me feel like you're gonna murder my pieces, and I'm blabbing away over here, and you were coming up with some insane plan.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Check.
Woo! And a variety of other sound effects. I think he's been oiled.
Check.
Slick, very slick. What did that person say about material? Insufficient material?
Maybe he was talking about Minecraft.
Might not have been a guy.
What?
Well, I don't know. Val 89. I said, what did that guy say?
Yeah.
And then I realized that might not have been a guy. Okay.
He stepped in this time.
Uh-huh. There's a hopping horse, baby. I thought that already fell out.
Alright, I'm not doing great. Not gonna lie. I could be doing a little better.
Check.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Check. I guess at this point in the game, flipping pawns that haven't been moved out ain't gonna get moved out. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. That was a mistake. Unfortunately, focused on my pawn game. Oh wait!
Yep. What? This? Where? Here? What was happening? This guy was here, some here.
Should we look on the Twitch?
Alright, yeah.
Son of a
Twitch.
Sorry, guys. This is now we're.
I blame not me.
It's both of our fault.
Yeah.
Val, where were you to point it out for us? Nope, it's already to that part where we were.
Can't back it up?
Here, you want to help me?
Blame not me. Help myself. What? Can't rewind it?
I'm sure you can.
What do we do?
Oh, dude, what the fuck?
How do we rewind this? Are we idiots?
We're jacked up. Guess it's a draw.
Alright, how can we not rewind this?
Dude, what the fuck?
What are we doing?
Alright, let's just take it from here. This is fine. This is pretty close.
I feel like, did I have a guy down here?
No, you took my rook. That was here.
Okay, I know, I had 3 pawns when I did that.
Alright, great. Let's just take it from that. That works for me.
Okay, I took your rook. Yeah, I think that sounds right. That looks right.
Alright. And then I probably went like this.
Yeah. Nope.
Good recovery.
There you go. You too.
Thank you.
That was an embarrassment.
That was an embarrassment, and also, illustrates why, in order to actually kind of be a little bit next level-y, or, a little notch above amateur, pure amateur, is making the notation. Usually they make notation after every move. And I am actually, I know I've been saying for weeks now that I am not a person who knows like the letter number thing and the grid and that style of play.
Yeah.
But I am, I'm actually working on that a little bit. Check. Check. Son of a... Okay.
My queen is the only piece I have left. That's rare.
I mean, is that insufficient material?
No.
Val?
No.
Val!
Stop trying to get out of this.
That's not the move.
Could be a move.
I know I have to move this piece now. Don't worry. I have a feeling Val's gone. Wait, were you on fucking white?
Yeah.
All right.
Wasn't that right here?
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
your bishop was here.
I'll find out how full of shit you are
Excuse me.
on the replay. Son of a... Pull him in with this classic trick.
Check. Damn it.
Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, if this is not lack of material, I don't know what is.
No, you have a lack of material. You're doing great.
No, your material's insufficient.
I have a queen, baby. Good to go.
You
Check.
can't get me with that.
I've done it before. What are you talking about? All right, this counts as 2 wins if I get you.
How?
Because you're doubting me so hard.
You wish. Uh-oh.
Can't do that.
Okay. Stalemate.
No.
Yep.
No.
Where can I go?
No.
Where can I go? Can I go anywhere? Is it a goddamn stalemate? Do I have any options? Alright, motherfuck. 2 draws in one day? Our first 2 draws? One after the other? Val, you bailed out on us? Val at 89, we needed you.
He needed you. Well, that was rough.
It was messy, it was rough, it was ugly.
Yes. You can take back some of the moves we made.
Oh, so many moves. That's why chess is like life. Can't take back your moves. Sometimes you don't know why the hell you did a thing.
Sometimes you're distracted talking about WandaVision.
Sometimes there's danger right around the corner and you can't recognize it. Sometimes the son usurps the father.
Not today, though.
And that is the theme of this whole fucking podcast, you know?
Sometimes the son usurps the father.
Yeah, that's what it should have been called. Instead of Roasted Chestnuts.
Really different tone.
Medieval?
Yeah.
I do wish we'd gone medieval.
Yeah, we talk about...
Movies about Merlin and King Arthur the whole time?
We can't talk about movies. We just have to talk about...
Oh, puppet shows?
What we saw, yeah.
Marionette theater?
It'll be just like the 7th Seal.
Yeah.
We'll be living it.
Yeah. Alright. Well, let's see. Do we have any other graphics that we forgot about? There's what it was. And here's what it is. Draw, Fordly, draw. That's what my 4th grade art teacher told me.
Alright. So
All
we're
right.
up by 1.
Yeah, this was fun. You guys are fun. One person who's following us who's probably one of us. Oh, it's Peterson.
Offered to buy us to sell
Sean
us followers.
Peterson. Yes, the president.
We won't buy followers, but we will accept free followers.
We'll accept followers.
Yeah.
If you want to follow us, we are in for that.
Tell you what, you follow us. We'll let you know what we think.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'll buy some if we're pleased.
Oh, wait. All right. We're going to give this 30 more seconds because this cool clock is about to do its cool clock thing. Ticking down. 15, 14, 13, 11. Where are you going? Oh, 10, 9. All right. Watch this. It's about to drop. Tick-tock. Made in Siberia, guys, this clock. Just when you thought there was no industry in Siberia. Boom!
You thought there was no industry in Siberia? Boom! Chess clock.
All right, friends. All right, Siberians.
All right.
All right, chestnuts. Peace out.
Roasted
Lots of love.
Siberians.
Keep it safe.